Now, preparations are underway in West Clare for the annual Doonbeg St Patrick's Day Parade, which is coming up on Sunday week. This year's celebrations promise a colourful and family-friendly event for the community, with marching bands, a vintage tractor and car rally and plenty of entertainment for all ages. And I'm joined now by Rita McInerney, the councillor and PRO of the parade committee, and this year's Grand Marshal, Joe Russell, of course, General Manager of Trump International Golf Links and Hotel in Doonbeg. And you're both very welcome to Morning Focus. I gave a little hint, Rita, as to what people can expect from the parade in Doonbeg. What else is going to be happening?
Well, we're looking forward to the parade again this year. It's been running now for quite a number of years, and it's been a great success. So again, we're bringing back our parade, which kicks off today. It's our dog show for all our furry friends. So that we have registration for that at 12:15, and then it kicks off at 1 o'clock on Sunday the 15th. And there's various categories of dogs, and the waggiest tail and the most obedient and all those sorts of things. So that's kicking off. And then, of course, the parade itself will commence at 3:30, and we're looking forward to lots of floats, and anyone who has floats that they want to enter are very welcome to come along. That we are delighted this year to have, I suppose, our resident band at this stage in terms of the Tullapipe band, but we also have a band from Limerick, a marching band from Limerick this year, so plenty of colour and noise, which is what it's all about. And of course the theme this year is, in cooperation with the other parades in West Clare, is Legends. So that gives everyone a big scope of ideas and themes to meet that theme of legends. So it can mean lots of things to different people. So certainly looking forward to another colourful and exciting parade. There's lots more happening in terms of, there's a kiddies disco, there's face painting, there'll be goodies for the kids. So plenty going on during the parade as well.
And the parade, as I mentioned, happening on Sunday week, the 15th of March. I guess it makes more sense to have it at a weekend rather than maybe the slightly more awkward day of Tuesday, which is when St Patrick's Day falls.
Yes, well, this has been our idea from the very start. Tommy Tuberty, who's our chairman, came up with the idea that we would do it on the Sunday closest to St Patrick's Day, or if St Patrick's Day fell on a Sunday, we'd hold it on the Saturday, purely for the fact to give people more choice and give people more, because there's a lot happening on St Patrick's Day itself. So this is a good run up to it, or after the St Patrick's Day parade, St Patrick's Day itself, if depending on the way it falls. And it also allows us to get the bands, because the bands are very much tied up on the day itself. So this was a way to create something extra that makes it more of a celebration of a weekend in West Clare.
And we have Joe Russell on the line as well. And Rita, he has been named Grand Marshal for this year's parade. Can you tell us a little bit about the decision making behind that? And I guess, did the Irish Open happening play a part in that?
Certainly, yeah. We're delighted to have Joe as our Grand Marshal. It's a big year for West Clare this year and for Doonbeg in terms of the Irish Open, so it just felt right and natural to have. They're a huge part of our community and a huge employer and work very well within the business community in Doonbeg and the community at large. So it felt right and proper, and we're looking forward to a busy and exciting year in Doonbeg with the Irish Open.
Yeah, and Joe, how does it feel to be Grand Marshal for this year's parade? How did you react when you got the call?
Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Rita. Delighted when I got the call from Pat Ahern. He was off the mark pretty early, so he gave me good advance notice, and I think it's an honour to be the Grand Marshal. Rita, I think was the Grand Marshal last year. Doonbeg, I've been down here now for 23 years, and to get asked, it's a great honour, and I'm really looking forward to it now, so I am. The village itself, it lends itself to a great parade. The footpaths are close to the road. Everybody is in the middle of the action, and it's, I'm really looking forward to it, so there you go.
Yeah, and I don't know, are you thinking about your attire and what you're going to be wearing, what kind of wave you'll have to the crowd and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I've been practicing in front of the mirror.
I'm just picturing that in my mind's eye now, Joe.
Yeah, it'll be green anyway, Alan, so no fear of that.
Good. Important to stay on brand. And look, it's part of it is recognition of the fact that Trump International Golf Links and Hotel, Doonbeg, is going to be hosting the Irish Open, which is going to be such a huge event. It'll be, big economic boost for Doonbeg and West Clare as well, indeed the wider county. Great news that Rory McIlroy, the defending champion, is confirmed, which I guess you can't have been displeased about, Joe.
No, I think I said in an earlier interview to you, what would you like? What would you like? What would be the abiding memory of the Open at Doonbeg? And I said to you back at that time a few months ago, it would be to Rory McIlroy to repeat it again. So I think the announcement for Rory is a fantastic statement. We're really looking forward to having him come down here. And really have a good test of the golf course. I was on the golf course yesterday, and we closed there in January and February to do a bit of work, so that's really paid off for us. You may know we had a meeting in the community hall back earlier in February, which was hugely attended. So I think between club and community, and you talk about the impact economically, the DP World Tour on that evening spelled that out for everybody. So I think it's going to be a great boost for the community. I said before, the community, they are the reason that people many years ago who had the vision, who got the golf club here. Alan, you and I would be talking to each other were it not for that. So we have to be very thankful to the community, and I hope they get everything they deserve. Everybody gets everything they deserve for the support and engagement that we've had here for the last 20 odd years.
Edward Walsh, the US Ambassador to Ireland, speaking recently, Joe, saying Donald Trump may visit in September during the Irish Open. Now, the Taoiseach Simon Harris saying he's not aware of any official confirmation received by the state about a visit, but added it is a live possibility. I guess maybe 6 months out. There's no definitive word on it, but there is that possibility that he could grace the resort in Doonbeg with his presence, because he's a golf fanatic.
There is that possibility, yes, and if possible, he may visit, depending on what's going on in the greater world. But if possible, he will visit. People may know, we are doing some work on the golf course. He is very connected in his mind to the actual golf course itself. As you said, he's a golf fanatic. And between himself and Eric, they're very much tuned in to what's going on here at Doonbeg.
Also, great news for you in terms of planning permission being granted for the new ballroom development. What kind of opportunities could that bring in terms of, we're talking about the Irish Open, but other events, weddings, tourism in the area?
Yeah, I mean, we have noticed, particularly last year for some reason, the amount of overseas corporations who've shown an interest in Doonbeg, and who used the property in particularly late April, May and June last year. So that this is a permanent facility which would be able to accommodate such businesses coming through. But with a permanent structure there, Alan, an extended season, our capacity to take more business, and as I say, in expanding our season, it's expanding the employment opportunities, and of course the economic hit then that you'll pick up from that everywhere.
Okay, well, that's all to come, but the more immediate concern for you is to keep practicing the wave in front of the mirror and make sure you stay on brand with the green for the 15th. Rita, of course, grand and prize money up for grabs. What would you say to encourage people to come out and support the parade in Doonbeg on Sunday week?
Well, it's going to be a great, colourful event, as it always is. And we have been, I don't want to jinx it now, but we've been very fortunate with the weather over the last number of years. It's been bright and cold, or it's been mild and relatively dry. So we're hopeful that it will be another fabulous day. But it's always great fun. There's always great atmosphere and plenty going on. And there's great colour, and people put a lot of effort into the floats, and as you said, there's lots of prize money, but definitely pride for a lot of people in doing their floats. There'll also be obviously the dog show ahead of it, when everyone loves their pets, so that's a good excuse to come out and show them off. And there'll be plenty happening, and it's always great fun. So yeah, I'd encourage everyone to come out and watch. It's very enjoyable. It's well marshalled, so everyone will get through safely. It'll be managed while it's going through, and it starts off in people who are in the floats. They start off at the football field. They gather there at around 2:30, and then they organise themselves, and then those that are marching start from the church, and they join the parade there, and it heads over the village. We're actually in the middle of having a coffee morning as we speak at the I Go In Doonbeg, so everyone's welcome to come down in support of the St. Patrick's Day parade, because there's lots of costs in terms of the prize money and the insurance and all the various bits and pieces that go along with
every bit helps.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that's happening as we speak until 1 o'clock today, so everyone's welcome to come down.
Very good. Thank you to both of you for joining me. That's the Doonbeg St. Patrick's Day Parade on Sunday week, the 15th of March, and Rita McInerney there and with us as well. The Grand Marshal for the parade and General Manager at Trump International Golf Links and Hotel in Doonbeg, Joe Russell, with us as well on Morning Focus.